Good afternoon. This is going to be the weekly reading for Scorpio, and I just wanted to apologize if you hear my dogs walking around on my hardwood floor. I live in a little small house, so it's really hard for me to have anywhere really to put them. Plus, it's raining outside, and I don't want to put them outside in the rain. So once again, I apologize. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. And the first card that I have, sorry, I had to switch hands, is the 11 card. This is Fortitude. And fortitude is all about strength. But not only that, fortitude is about basically building a fort, building a fortitude, some type of shelter around your heart. And I feel like you have taken that down. You've had this up for a very long time. You were scared to let others in just because of all the heartache and all the pain that you've had in the past. And if you have not released this energy, you need to. That message just came through too. The other message that came through with this card is all about a feminine energy winning out over a masculine energy. And we have a lot of feminine energy in this reading. Now, if you're a masculine reading this, or watching this reading, I'm sorry. A lot of times men don't like to hear the fact that we all have feminine and masculine energies. You can be a masculine, be more in your feminine, or a feminine more in your masculine. I tend to be more in my masculine, but I have been balancing. And I'm a Scorpio, so once again, this reading's for me too. So basically what I'm getting with that is that you have been getting in touch with your feelings, with your emotions. Your feminine side is winning over. You are more vulnerable. You're more open now. You are allowing love in. You're seeing that all of that defensiveness that you had before, all that was doing was preventing you from really experiencing a true soulful connection, really experiencing true love and a soulful connection, something, a spiritual love. Basically, that message came through too. The other card that we have is the Sacrifice, Renunciation, Offering, Letting Go. So the other message that came through with the other card, and this is the clarifier, was that you could have some things buried in your subconscious. And this is all about shining light on those things. And these are patterns that you've been stuck in. That whole defensive and, being jealous and suspicious and always expecting somebody to do you wrong. And you're learning now that when you do those things and you're in that energy, guess what happens? That is what you're attracting. So if you have not gotten on this level yet, understand to just go with the flow and stop worrying so much and stop always waiting for the other shoe to fall. And always expecting other people to do you wrong and being suspicious and being jealous. And because when you do that, guess what happens? Because whatever we believe to be true is true. So the message that's came through with this card once again is you are shining light on things that you've been doing that no longer serve you. And when you shine light on them and you bring them into your consciousness, and this is the same as healing. This is what I call clearing. Sorry, my mouth is dry. I just drank some coffee. So basically, you don't have to do any type of fancy healing work. Just become aware and conscious of why you do things. And then just stop doing them. Just clear them out. And that's all this journey is about. This journey called life is learning and growing and learning more about ourselves. Because now we have the Seven of Sons. And the message that I'm getting with this card, once again, this is a battle card. This is that really wanting to be defensive like this here. This goes along with that. And really protect yourself. This is a defensive card. Really keeping others out because you're scared you're going to get hurt. But when you do that, you're blocking true love. So the message that's coming through from Spirit is to really go within and find all of your own self-limiting beliefs and all of your own blocks to love. And do really get in touch with your feminine side, and masculines too. And this means really feeling your feelings, really feeling them through and not being scared of them. Because fear and love cannot exist together. If you have fears, there's not true love there. Because there can't be. Because imagine two opposite poles. Love is on one end and fear is on the other end, and there's no middle ground. So do really drop this defensiveness that you have and really go within and really feel what it is that you're trying to feel, and stop being scared and stop closing your heart off. Because to clarify that, we have the thinking woman. And once again, this is all about you being in your head. And this is an 11 also. You have 1111. This is a twin flame reading. So if you have not already met your twin flame, it's coming, because there are two 11s in this reading. And you might be seeing 1111 a lot, and this is the start of it. You know, when we meet our twin flame, we meet the other part of our soul in another person. It's soul recognition, and it's very, very intense. And it can be scary. But this, once again, is all about clearing those fears and really to get out of your head. Stop thinking so much, because to clarify that card, we have the main female. Once again, I said there's a lot of feminine energy in this spread, a lot. And once again, the message that I'm getting with this is to use your intuition. A lot of times people think that their intuition is their head. They think it's this. I'm just going to think my way through it. But this is not a mental journey. This is a journey of the soul. And the soul energy is the most powerful energy on the planet. The most powerful energy anywhere. And do you really think that your soul has brought you this far just to allow you to just be destroyed and just be hurt? A lot of times we are so scared of pain that we'll do anything to avoid it. But you don't realize that the fact that you're really thinking that somebody is going to hurt you is exactly what's going to happen. Okay, because whatever we believe to be true and whatever we really focus our thoughts on is what's going to happen. And so start thinking more about, and you can do affirmations like, people treat me well. I know I am loved. I know I am enough. I am love. I attract love. I attract good things. You know, just really find some affirmations and really use these to impress upon your subconscious. And after a while, it will become second nature. What I had to do was, I'm sorry, I know I'm holding this card, but I got off on a tangent. What I had to do was I had to make a list of things that I called a list of things that I know to be true. And whenever a fear would creep up, I would say, nope, I'm not going to believe it because I know this is true. I know I am loved. I know there's nobody else out there like me. You know, things like that. And, you know, it really did help me shift my perspective. So now we have the 13. This is the 13 of Suns. And this is the Lady of Suns. This is the traditional Queen of Wands. And once again, this is a very, very strong feminine energy. So the message that I'm getting with all this feminine energy is emotions and intuition. Do use your intuition. And the other message that's coming through is that there are other things going on behind the scenes that you cannot see in the spiritual realm. You may see with your own two eyes, like let's say, for example, your love interest has left you for somebody else. You know, they could have gone back to an old partner. They could be overworking. They could be using substances. And you're like, what in the world is going on? We have such an amazing connection. Why did they leave me for somebody? I don't understand. Basically, what this card is telling you is that a lot of times our energy can push somebody else away because we just want it so badly. And a lot of times that energy will repel the other person. Have you ever been in a situation where you just kind of just let go and you're like, you know what? I'm just going to let this go for now. And I'm just going to focus on something else. And then it comes back around. It's because you were not pushing your energy out on that anymore. You were letting the energy flow and flow back to you. And everything on this planet is made out of energy. So do be very aware of where your energy's at right now, because you are very powerful and you're a very powerful manifester. Now, there's a lot of things that we can focus our energy on, like money, a career, whatnot. And once we focus our energy on it, it can come back to us. But a lot of times with people, especially when you have a soulful connection, that's the wrong thing to do. The best thing to do is to go within and just focus on yourself. I call it preparation. Prepare your own self for, the relationship, for the love that you want, but give it to yourself first. And that's how it can come back to you. It's kind of like that old cliche, if you love something, let it go. And if it's for you, it'll come back. It's just like that. Because to clarify that card, we have Archangel Raphael. I am helping you heal physical challenges in yourself and others. You are a healer like me. But what I'm getting with this card are those mental limitations that you're placing on yourself. And you're really, basically, you need to be fearless. And you need to stop feeling like you're not enough or others. Scorpios tend to be very jealous, okay? And jealousy is a fear. And it's also insecurity. And so it basically starts with you. What makes you jealous? You feel like somebody else is better than you. You feel like somebody else has more to offer than you. And you might start watching that person, trying to figure out, what do they have that I don't have? Let me see if I can, mimic or, imitate what they're doing. And then you get away from being your authentic self. You're not being real or true to yourself anymore. This is the wrong energy. And then that person that really does truly love you, that you can't see right now because there's other things going on behind the scenes in a spiritual realm, is like, whoa, this is not even the person that I fell in love with. They're changing. And you know what? I don't even know them anymore. So it's like a repelling energy. So basically be very, very fearless. And don't be afraid right now to let others have space and really experience others. Now, I say this, and it's very scary at first when you think about somebody that you love being with somebody else. But what better way for them to miss you? You are just awesome. You are just the best thing that's ever happened to this person. You have the most amazing connection ever. And they're with somebody who you're like, wow, they don't even have half of what we had. What is going on? Well, a lot of times our soul will do that so that particular person can experience what they don't want in somebody else. And it makes them miss us. They're like, whoa. So the whole time they're with this other person, kind of going through hell, shit is just falling down all around them. They're like, wow, you know what? I really miss my soulmate, my twin flame, or whatever you are to that person, my divine partner. So that's why I said there are things going on behind the scenes, but you're going to have to be fearless and really stand into your strength and your power and know who you are as a person and know that they're going to come back, basically, but not focus on it. Focus on yourself too. I'm sorry. You know what? This video is going to be way longer than usual, but I had a lot to say. Now we have the Three of Sons. And this is all about, or this is the Three of Moons. I'm sorry. This is all about victory. Okay, victory is yours. You do have, this is success. This is a success card in the deck. And so you do have really, really good things coming to you. But you need to really take a step back and you need to stop trying to control the situation. Because by doing that, you're keeping it away. And so the message that's coming through from Spirit is to really focus on yourself right now. Shift your focus to money, to any type of goals that you have, any type of personal growth. Listen to something that's going to help you grow. Really have some experiences so that when you do come back together with this person, you have lots of things to talk about. That message came through. To clarify that card, we have the let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. So once again, stop focusing on it. You can focus on anything else. Focus on money, focus on, any type of personal goals that you have. But for right now, stop focusing on this love interest. Go within. We have the Ten of Sons. And once again, this is a victory card. This is really letting you know that, see, it's like a celebration card. And your angels, your spirit guides, your ancestors, your higher self, they're really cheering you on right now. But they don't want you to make this love interest that you have your primary focus. Because when you do that, you lose yourself. And you're so focused and obsessed with it that it's taken over your life. And you don't have energy for other things. If you notice right now, you probably have other areas of your life that are suffering as a result. So do focus. You've got the power. Use your abilities to resolve this situation. You can do it. Take back your power. And the way that you take back your power is to forgive others for things that they've done to you. Because like I said, everything's happening for a reason. Everything's being divinely guided and everything is leading you to your goals. Because if not this person, somebody better. But for the meantime, really focus on yourself. You need to be the primary focus and be fearless. And don't be afraid to be fluid. And what I mean by this is sometimes we let people come and go because they've got to go out there and experience other things and come back to us. But the other message that's coming through is do have boundaries. Okay, don't just be a doormat. Do have boundaries and don't be afraid to say no and don't be afraid to lose people. As long as you don't lose yourself, because whoever's for you is going to come back anyway. You have the Temperance card. Temperance is all about balance, and this is that balancing that masculine and feminine energy, your unconscious and your conscious thoughts, your shadow parts, all the parts of you that you have not been willing to face. Like, for example, whatever it is about you that makes you insecure. Whatever it is that about you that makes you feel like you have to chase somebody else. I'm not saying you're chasing somebody else, but you might be energetically chasing somebody else. A lot of times we think we're not, but on an energetic level, we're doing it. So do pull your energy back. And this is all about really focusing, once again, on yourself, your own energies, really bringing whatever you have on your shadow side to the light. Our shadow side is like the moon, okay? And then our light side is like the sun. And it's all about balancing the two of them, really merging both parts of yourself and accepting them all unconditionally. To clarify that card, we have that death will come, mortal, finite, fragile. So the message that I'm getting is really accepting the fact that, even though we are spiritual beings having a human experience, we are in a physical form. And we do feel physical pain. And we do feel emotional pain. But really accepting that about yourself, accepting your limitations. And this is about loving your shadow side, like I said. And, a lot of times we have childhood pain, childhood hurt, fears of rejection, fears of abandonment that are hiding in that shadow side. Bring those to the light and really love your inner child and really accept those, because once you accept something, it can move out of the way. But a lot of times we're scared to face those parts of ourselves because we think that they're, that's the weak part of us and we want to be strong. Well, the way that we are strong is to really embrace all of us. Even the parts that we consider to be weak, which they're not. That's basically just our emotional side. That is our feminine side. That is our sensitive, vulnerable side. And there's not weakness in showing emotions and feeling emotions. There's great power in that. And that is how you step into your power. Main female. I think I talked about that. I already did that card. Community. And basically, the community is the same as the World card. And the World card is a very positive card. When you get this or the Sun, just know you're going to have a very, very positive outcome. And once again, this goes along with that energy here where I said your entire spirit team. You know, and this can be people in your physical realm too that are supporting you and loving you. Do really show gratitude for people who are really supporting you right now. But don't become dependent on it. Make sure that you are still doing your own work, your own energy work, balancing your energies. You know, and the other message that's coming through is really spend more time contemplating and meditating. Spend more time in nature. But do definitely connect to your soul energy. It's very, very powerful energy. Mature man. The message that I'm getting for this, and this can be a mature woman, is that your love interest right now, they're learning and growing from the person that they're with right now. And a lot of times we have to experience what we don't want in order to know what we do want. Now, don't get into the waiting energy where your whole focus is waiting on this person to come to their senses and come back to you. Because understand, this has to do with let go of control issues. It's going to happen on its own. You don't have to do anything whatsoever to focus on it. Focus on you. But I am feeling very strongly that somebody is returning to you. But like I said, don't make this your whole focus. Do still live your life, build a life for yourself, so that when they come back to you, you have all these amazing things to talk about that you've learned and that you've done. Do have boundaries for them in the meantime. Don't be a doormat. I know when I went through this before, I was like, you know what? I'm not going to be your side chick. I'm not going to be here whenever you want to just slide through. We're not doing that. You know, when you're ready, or if you want me, you know where I'm at. Come get me. But outside of that, I'm not going to be playing. I'm not going to let you play both sides, basically. So do make sure you are respecting yourself and having boundaries. That message came through. And that goes for masculine energies too. I know I'm a female. I sound like I'm reading for females, but take what resonates. All right, Scorpio, sorry this video was a little bit longer. My videos are getting longer because I'm like getting like real emotional, real passionate about the messages. I'm doing this with all my signs, and so I just get off on a tangent. I hope it wasn't too long, but I will include in the description of the video my contact information if you want a personal reading. Those are $40, and you can pay through PayPal or Cash App. Thank you.